So let me repeat basically what I did. So I go to user preferences, add-ons, type in image, and select image as planes. I go to file, import, image as planes. And here now I have my Porsche text. There it is, really large. This one I scale down. Rotate. And I rotate. Oh, my screen keys weren't on. Okay, and maybe I try to position it. And maybe in this case, I would like the logo to be, I don't know, maybe here. So then there are two ways. Also, if, for example, one object already has a certain set of modifiers, you can select your object, go to your target object, and then press Ctrl L. The way how Blender calls this, it's basically to make links, but at the same time you could think about to copy properties. So I could say make links to the modifiers. And then you will see that actually it copied a lot of the modifier settings here. But let me actually do this one by hand again. So I add a subdivision surface modifier, 3. And at this point, actually, I would like to introduce you to another option. So you inside the subsurface, you see you have Cut More Clark and you have Simple. Now, if you click Simple, you will see that it refines the mesh without, however, softening it. And specifically, what we want here is just making a mesh fine enough so that we have enough faces to bend it over the iron body. So simple actually will be sufficient. The only thing what I would like to make sure is instead of having stretch rectangles, I have more something that looks like squares. So maybe because this is horizontally stretched, I add some manual loop cuts. So again, you see I end up with rectangles when I set this one. Because then I also do not deal with the issue, kind of like with this stamp, that the edge slightly gets rounded. Okay, then we add the shrink wrap with iron 6, a small offset, oh, way too much, project, let's go to local, so this is -Z, and then as well I should try to make the surface somewhat perpendicular to the surface I project onto to minimize stretching and distortion. Okay, okay, let's take a look. Maybe slight rotation along the Z. And when my mouse is very close, it's difficult to make small steps. So the further I move my mouse away, the smaller steps I can rotate. I can also press Shift while rotating to slow down the amount of values I could rotate. Okay, this is basically more than sufficient. Just have to make sure that our material is also going to look transparent. Okay, maybe one step further. And then I would like to add mirror modifier again. The object is my iron 6. So it pops up on the other side. And then actually you will notice there's a problem. Well, if you mirror it, the text is also mirrored. Same problem we have with the partial logo. However, that's not really a big problem. When you go to mirror, we also can apply this to the textures. And textures, they're two-dimensional. They have up, down, left, right. Those are up, down, left, right. So you can press U, and for example, if I press V, you see then it's flipped vertically. And that basically fixes the problem. There. Perfect. And then even here, if we continue moving this one to somewhere else, also there, everything will fit. I don't think that there's any other tool where you could do this stuff as fast and efficient with that, yeah, speed and ease. Okay, then that was basically, I think for this whole project, I would like to show you in terms of how to create different materials and how to place decals and make them and simulate the material lines. And then in the next video, I will give you again a small rundown through how to set up your scene and then what will be the final turn-in for this project. So we can start the next design project and actually apply your design skill through utilizing this workflow.